Jake is back at it. This is a BMW F800 he picked up from a scrapyard for just $300. Jake's goal is to fix it up and flip it for 5 times the price. You won't believe how dramatic this restoration gets. Make sure you watch until the end. Jake found the bike in terrible shape. The exhaust was gone, the rear wheel was missing. It was covered in thick yellow mud, the handlebars were bent, and the windscreen was completely shattered. The headlight was filled with water and even had algae growing inside, and the front wheel was only connected by a single brake line. Jake decided to completely strip the bike down to check the condition of the engine. During the teardown, Jake had a bad feeling. He suspected the bike was flood damaged. If so, its engine would be basically useless and repair costs would skyrocket. He opened up the breather pipe on top of the engine but found no signs of mud, likely thanks to a good rubber seal. He then checked the air filter and found traces of mud and sand on top of the engine, but the throttle body was closed. Finally, he pulled the dipstick. Although there was no oil, there was also no water. Jake was relieved. Even if the bike had been in a flood, the engine itself was dry, making it well worth restoring. But with so much mud on the bike, Jake wanted to be sure. He moved on to the ECU. If the computer was also fine, then any other problems would be manageable. He was pleased to find the inside of the ECU perfectly clean and dry, a testament to its waterproofing. The pins on the other computer module also looked pristine with no signs of corrosion. Jake couldn't help but admire the German engineering. After a quick look at the spark plugs and hooking up an external battery, Jake was ready to see if the engine would turn over. A satisfied smile appeared on Jake's face. The engine was good. Step 2. Tackling the wiring. This was a salvage bike with no keys, so Jake decided to hotwire it. He successfully got power to the bike, but the start button did nothing. Jake figured it was an anti-theft feature. He had an idea. What if you wired in a resistor to try and bypass the system? Let's see how it goes. It started, but a cloud of thick smoke startled Jake. He thought he'd fried the ECU. After a frantic check, he found that the smoke was caused by a shorted connector under the regulator. A minor issue. Jake cut the wire and got back to work. He installed the spark plugs, tested for a spark, and gave the wiring a pass. Jake was pleased and decided to invest a bit more. He bought 30 kilograms of dry ice and began a thorough cleaning of the bike. The process was incredibly satisfying. With the bike clean, it was time for the fuel system. He removed the fuel pump for a complete cleaning. It looked okay, so Jake connected it to power for a quick test to see if it worked. And that's when disaster struck. The power test set the fuel pump on fire. Luckily, Jake and the bike were unharmed, but the workshop was filled with thick smoke. Jake took the burnt fuel pump outside to clean it and miraculously found that apart from a faulty fuel gauge, all its other functions were still intact. Jake installed it back on the bike, added new oil, put in the air filter, and prepared for a test start. Jake succeeded, but the surprises weren't over. After starting it, Jake discovered a large hole in the bottom of the engine, gushing oil everywhere. Fortunately, the internal coils were undamaged, and Jake is a skilled welder. He quickly patched it up. Let's see the next startup attempt. Okay, perfect. Finally, Jake spent 2 months sourcing all the exterior parts for the bike from various places. After reassembly, an abandoned BMW F800 was brought back to life.
Want to see more car and motorcycle restorations and classic vehicle repairs?
Like and subscribe. It's really important to this channel.